Thank you for staying. Let's settle for the news now. And in our first story, residents of Ashalaja are asking government to come to their aid after the Dinsu River flooded the entire community. Many of them have been sleeping out of their homes for days with little or no essentials. Roads have also been partially submerged. The residents want government to send aid as soon as possible. Michael Ashali now reports.
Flooded homes in Ashalaja, a community in the Gassouth municipality. Water from the Dinsu River entered homes after overflowing its banks. Many residents have now abandoned their homes.
3 days today is very hard for us, even to leave your children in the home to go out and do your market. You can't go to do anything.
Rita Sika is one of many displaced.
Last night there we went to the Abain school and sleep. Some of them sleep there, and some of us, we have some friends and others, and we went there yesterday.
So your children are not going to school?
No, even today my boy didn't go to school because of the water.
Life as she knows it has changed.
This one there, you can't do anything, even going to the market, you can't do anything.
With nowhere to go and her belongings lost, she's only roaming the community. Her son, Gideon, couldn't go to school. His uniform and books are back in their home, which is now flooded.
That affected me to not go to school, and my learning too is not going well for me. At the night, my mother was having a friend, we went to sleep at the house. I miss learning so that I can become a good boy in the future.
The only road connecting the communities around Ashalaja to Kaswa has also caved in. With only a small portion of the road left, residents bent on crossing it had to be guided. Owners of vehicles had to return because it was impossible to cross. Emmanuel Tay, a resident of Obeyeye, recounts the difficulty of crossing the submerged road on foot.
This is very bad. It's very, very bad. Yesterday I couldn't bring my car home. So the boys were here yesterday directing the affair, how and we should move in and out. So a lot of people have packed their cars. They couldn't go home with the car. So I have the information this morning that I cannot use the car, so I have to pack my car. Yesterday I was very afraid though, because I have not experienced it before with the car. The first time when the bridge collapsed, I was not having a car, so we managed through with the boat. But this time, as I was driving, I have not driven through water like this before. So yesterday I was very, very afraid, but I have to gather some courage and pass through yesterday.
Assemblyman for the area, Wisdom Avonyo, says they had to use boats to rescue stranded residents, but finding a boat was a hectic job.
In fact, for the homes we are over 500 and the individuals are over 2,000. Because right now we have this situation pending at Kwamiano, a place called Mamines Junction. This situation is there. We have it pending here, which is this place, we call it Assemblies of God down. Then we have the same situation again pending at 3rd October down. So you see that Ashalaja is a place that is being bounded by this river Dinsu. So all the banks along the Dinsu where we have these communities and structures, they are all affected. Because we needed a canoe. And NADMO didn't have any to supply us. So we have to follow the individuals and then the locals and see how best. So we were planning to go to Afuama, which is a fishing community. But luckily enough, we had a neighbor who was fishing and we called to him for assistance. But unfortunately, to be frank, the whole place is being invaded, it's being encroached by these sound-winning activities. And anytime that you get there to go and raise them, they are all armed. And they come there in the night. So we find it very difficult. So if the government can come in with a strong team, I think it's going to do a massive work. Because when you look at the stretch from Ashalaja, Afuama going, all has been encroached upon. We need the assistance of the government strictly.
Affected residents want authorities to come to their aid. For JoyNews, Michael Ashali.
Now in our next story, kingmakers of the Akona royal family and some farmers at Pichi No. 1 are unhappy with their chief for allowing a surge in illegal mining activities in the area. They accuse him of selling farmlands for galamsey activities. Residents also say their sources of water supply have been destroyed by the heavy pollution from mining. Ishra FM's Ewuku Malik visited some sites at Pichi number 1.
Coal farms and other lands for food crops have been excavated for gold mining at Pichi number 1 in the Amansia West district. Vast farmlands are left with huge gullies, posing danger to other farmers in the enclave. To get water for domestic chores, residents trek for almost 2 kilometers daily. Most of the residents now depend on rainwater for domestic chores and farming activities. My farm is over there. I'm going to fetch water to irrigate my farm. Someone collects rainwater, so that's where I'm going for water. There is no water source here. You'd have to hire a tricycle to fetch water for you to water the crops when it's Hamatan. Farmer Alima Osman says her only source of water for irrigation was the Akai stream, which has been destroyed through illegal mining. Most of the farmers here are not natives and therefore own no lands. They have no say when the farmlands are taken from them for other purposes.
We don't have any water source here. We have to trek for hours for water. The Ghana Cocoa Board projects its annual cocoa output to rise to 1.6 million tons by 2026. But this is strengthened by the activities of illegal miners. Mining equipment are visible at most sites visited at Pichi number 1. At a site close to Manso Nyare, a Chinese is in a company of other Ghanaians working. The land belongs to natives of Pichi number 1. Leader of the team, Kennedy Chumesi, claims their boss is in Kumasi. There are no jobs here. Some young miners we met at another site were working with shovels and pickaxes. Without excavators, they are able to mine to make a living. Yaya Abdullahi says he is a senior high school graduate. When there are jobs at the community and you do not join them, people will say you are sluggish. I'm an SHS graduate. I wish I could join the security forces, but I have no one to help me. Mined lands are left uncovered. Head of Ekwana clan, Nana Kwesi, lays the blame on the chief of Pichi number 1. I told the chief here illegal mining is looming out of the community, but he told me to have patience and that he would talk with the miners. I've been to the site thrice to caution them, but the illegal miners told me they are not scared of me. I know the chief is behind their actions. Meanwhile, the youth in Pichi number 1 are planning to demonstrate against the chief, who has failed to respond to the accusations. Ewukuma Lakes reports for JoyNews.
Well, now the West African Network for Peace Building, WANEP, is asking persons residing in Ghana's inland communities to be on high alert over activities of terrorists. National Network Coordinator Albert Yeliang says landlocked areas could serve as trade hubs and regrouping grounds for terrorists. He told participants at a workshop in Kumasi that the presence of terrorists in the Sahel and West Africa sub-region has increased the volatility of terrorism threats. There's more in this report.
Some of Ghana's immediate neighbors, such as Burkina Faso and Togo, have experienced one form of terrorist attacks or the other. The recent arrest of Imam in Karaga, believed to have links with jihadis, raises concern about terrorism. Though Ghana is Africa's second peaceful country, it dropped from 38 in 2021 to 40 in 2022 out of 163 countries on the Global Peace Ranking. According to Reverend Father Anthony Frantanana, the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the National Peace Council, the situation is an indication of rising insecurity in the country.
Ghana is currently ranked second on Global Peace Index in Africa. This score also places Ghana as the 40th most peaceful country on global ranking of 163 countries. This global rank means that Ghana dropped 2 steps from 38 spots in 2021 global ranking, which means that our insecurities are on the rise. The looming threats of terrorism in West Africa's sub-region, coupled with our own security challenges that we face daily in our lives, are all indications of the need for everyone to help sustain the efforts by the government to mitigate existing and emerging threats to peace and security of our region and our country.
The Sahel and West Africa region is the epicenter of terrorism and violent extremism. That is according to the latest data from the Global Terrorism Index. National Network Coordinator of WANEP, Albert Iliyang, warns residents in landlocked areas of Ghana such as Kumasi and other trading centers to be on high alert of terrorist regrouping.
As we speak, Mali is going through a lot of challenges. Burkina Faso is going through a lot of challenges. We have had Togo recording a number of incidences as far as violent extremism is concerned. And the data indicates that there have been a number of times that communities that border Ghana and then inland communities such as we are here, are places where elements of terrorist activities come to recuperate, to kind of regain power and enjoy themselves.
The trading workshop, sponsored by the UNDP, targeted micro, small and medium-scale enterprises on peace building, preventing violent extremism, early warning and response. From Kumasi, for JoyNews, I'm Interior reporting.
Let's talk power issues now. And the Electricity Company of Ghana has indicated that its prepaid vending system in the Volta region has been 99% restored. This follows a nationwide technical challenge of the power distributor's vending system and app last week. The Volta Regional Public Relations Officer Benjamin Entry explained that clients issued the 2 categories of prepaid meters in the region can purchase credits from their offices and all vending stations.
The prepaid vending system and power app of the Electricity Company of Ghana experienced a technical challenge last week. This got most clients frustrated as they were unable to purchase credit for their meters and hence did not have electricity to power their gadgets. The vending system was, however, restored in the Volta region on Thursday, where only the vending points at the regional office was functioning. There was a mad rush at the office, compelling the power distribution company to increase vending points from 2 to 9. Some customers shared their experiences at the office.
So at my residence, as at Thursday evening to Friday morning, my power got finished. I was out of light. So Friday morning, I came to the premises. There was a long queue there, which got me worried as at that time. But nonetheless, I was served within a few minutes. And the problem was also resolved as quick as possible. But please, OECG, talk to your IT people. We don't want to experience this again.
So on Thursday, we were told that it was only the ECG yard that we can get power to buy. So I went there on Thursday around 9 in the morning, and the whole place was packed, huge crowd. But it was in order. There were ushers there managing the queue. So I got there and I was able to serve on time. Within 5-7 minutes, I was served.
Nonetheless, the Volta Regional ECG Public Relations Officer, Benjamin Entry, detailed that the vending system has been 99% restored in his jurisdiction.
Tuesday, 27 September, around 2 o'clock, we experienced a technical challenge on one of our servers, which interrupted prepaid vending services. So our customers who came to our office and other vending stations could not purchase power supply. So when it happened, what we started doing was our trade executives at our various vending points were engaging the customers one-on-one that there is a technical challenge, the system will be restored. So currently in the Volta region, I would say we are about 99% complete because we have 2 types of meters in Volta region. The meters are up and running. All customers can purchase at our whole district office and our district office. Now they can also purchase at all the third-party vendors. So the only challenge that we are looking at now has to do with the power app, which we are hoping will be restored very soon.
The power distribution company assured to work to prevent such an unfortunate incident from happening in the future. Fred Kwame Asari, Joy News.
Let's turn our gaze now to 26 young women in the Upper East region who have completed 8 weeks of social entrepreneurship training and have the opportunity to access a Catalyst Fund from Youth Challenge International, the organization that gave them the training. The fund will enable the young women to start their own businesses and scale up. Correspondent Albert Sori has more.
Youth Challenge International, YCI, is a Canadian youth-centered non-profit, non-governmental organization which aims to equip developing country youth with skills and resources to contribute positively to their communities. The organization has been working in Ghana for the past 20 years, supporting young people to realize sustainable livelihoods. This year, through the Head Start program, Youth Challenge International, working in partnership with the Bolgatanga Technical University, trained 26 young women in social entrepreneurship. The pseudo-social venture engaged these young women in 8 weeks of mentorship and helped them come up with their own business ideas that would not only create employment for them, but would also impact positively on their communities. These young women have successfully graduated from the training and have been awarded certificates. Some of them have been sharing their experiences after the training.
This 8 weeks program has equipped me to go out there and then to help people. I'm going out there and I'm entering into food vending and then also vegetable packaging, preservation and packaging in my community.
They haven't only taught me how to be a business-oriented person, but to be a business-oriented person socially. What I intend to do is to trade in straw, which is the basic material for basket weaving, because I've realized that I am in a community where everyone are into basket weaving. Here is the case, they don't even get the materials they need for the basket weaving, so it's a great challenge that they are facing.
And in my community, I've realized that most of the homes face a lot of challenges of feeding, that is poverty and hunger. And so my target is to train people on how to do pastries.
They also have the opportunity to apply for seed capital from a Catalyst Fund to start up and grow their own businesses. Esmond Wisdom Kwanzaa is the country project lead for Youth Challenge International.
This Head Start program is designed to support young women reach sustainable livelihoods while bridging the gender divide. From here, they will be able to access a Catalyst Fund. This Catalyst Fund would empower these young women with the seed funding they need to be able to start up their businesses and scale up. We are also supporting them with devices like tablet, laptop, mobile phones to be able to start up. The reason for moving the project to the Upper East region is to stop the myriad of young women migrating to Accra and Kumasi in search of menial jobs.
The Bolgatanga Technical University, BTU, was the partner institution training the young women entrepreneurs. Professor Daniel Ayong is the partner lead for the YCI BTU collaboration.
Our target is to train 351 young girls for this year. Then from there we'll move to select a few of them, about 75 of the girls who have promising ideas for an 8-week, 2-day training. And from there they pitch for a Catalyst Fund of $5,000 each.
For Youth Challenge International, they expect these young women to show determination and go on to become successful entrepreneurs. Nicole Cousins is International Programs Coordinator at Youth Challenge International.
It's great to have an idea of what you want to do, but without actual money, without actual resources to get started, it's hard to do that. So I encourage them to apply for the fund, take the resources that they have, whether it's financial or through the people that they've met through the program, the skills that they've gained through the program, and to not give up.
For these young women, the Head Start program is the stepping stone they need to go on and achieve their dreams, and they are confident that they will impact positively on lives in their communities. Reporting for Joy News, Albert Sori, Bolgatanga.
And from that note of empowerment, we wrap the news. But up next, the news review. Do stay with us.